So I'm going to simply read excerpts that come directly from the Cook County Sheriff's investigative report on Tinley Park. Each spot where there is a staff member's name, in order to make sure that none of that is used for retribution, we're going to just refer to it as staff. Staff was asked who in the village of Tinley Park was aware of the Buckeye Reserve Project's financing sources, code review, and its designed to accommodate workforce housing. Staff stated that the mayor and all village board members had been shown plans, heard presentations, and had been taken on a site tour of the proposed project earlier in 2015. Staff stated that after January 21st, newspaper articles that staff was contacted by Trustee Vandenberg, who told her to kill the reserve project and to advise planning commissioners and trustees to do the same. The trustees' statements, particularly Trustee Vandenberg's and Trustee Pineto's statements of February 4th, 2016, claiming they were unaware of what they voted on relative to the reserve or text amendments to the Legacy Code, and knowingly false implication that emails provided evidence of improprieties between my office and Buckeye, were disingenuous at best and outright lies at worst. If you review emails from Trustee Vandenberg between January 25th, 2016 and January 27th, 2016, you will see that not only was he well aware of the details of the reserve, but he was an advocate of the project. Moreover, if you review emails, documents between March 25th and January 22nd, 2015, you will see that all trustees and mayor were provided with the ample information about the reserve and text amendments to the Legacy Code before any votes relative to the same. Staff said that he had been told by Trustee Pineto prior to the meeting that he did not think the reserve project was in compliance. Staff then stated after the mayor spoke, Trustee Vandenberg began addressing the crowd and making multiple accusations and hurling all types of blame against the planning department, and specifically the planning director. Said that after Trustee Vandenberg spoke, Trustee Pineto made a statement. Staff said that Trustee Pineto at the February 2nd village board meeting addressed the village trustees and said that he thought the reserve project was not in compliance with village codes. Staff said that Trustee Pineto did not speak to him about the reserve project. Staff identified Trustee Pineto as being one of the newly elected trustees. Staff said that when such changes were proposed, it was the responsibility of each trustee to review the amendment to make sure that there were no button issues to concern each respective trustee. Staff was also stated that Trustee Vandenberg told her at the time he wasn't paying attention to the change in terminology from required to allowed or permitted. Staff said that the Trustee Vandenberg left staff office. She was told by staff that Trustee Vandenberg told her to call the commissioners and have them turn down the reserve project or not to vote on it. Staff said that she wasn't sure what staff had told Trustee Vandenberg about this, but told her that she would not do it, saying that it was not her place to do such a thing. Staff said that all the trustees knew the reserve project was going to be an affordable housing development. Staff stated that Trustee Vandenberg knew the project was affordable housing due to the position of the zoning planning. Staff said that as soon as it became public knowledge and a hot potato with the public outcry, Trustee Vandenberg changed his position and threw staff under the bus, blaming her for some type of deceit. Staff stated that February Planning Commission meeting, Commissioner Blank announced that he was resigning. Commission Chair Blank was taken away by ambulance, and Trustee Vandenberg wanted the project tabled and conveyed to the Planning Commission. He recalled that he may have spoken to some of the planning commissioners before the meeting and did tell them that they cannot deny the project because of low-income tenants. Staff recalled that Trustee Pineto was inquiring about an expert attorney to defend the village from a possible lawsuit by Buckeye and was researching legal defenses. After the mayor spoke, staff said that Trustee Vandenberg, speaking as a trustee, requested the Planning Commission to table the reserve project vote, asking the Planning Commission to adequately review the project and table it. Staff said that this was the only time she recalled a trustee addressing the Planning Commission on a particular item since she became the secretary. Staff said the Vandenberg addressed the Planning Commission, and staff said that he thought the Planning Commission was not in a position to vote on the site plan and that this was not a denial of the project, referring to the Planning Department's recommendation for the project. Staff said the vote was taken on the planning commissions to table the project, and staff said that Trustee Pinito also commented in support of Trustee Vandenberg's complaint of the planning commission's process, saying that it was flawed and this would stop it from happening. Staff said that after the vote was taken, the floor was open for a lengthy public comment segment of the meeting. Staff stated that he did a subsequent meeting with Trustee Vandenberg, who oversaw the planning and zoning department, and did address the affordable housing component of the reserve project. Staff stated that Trustee Pinito did contact him sometime in May or early June 2015, asking him to explain the detail about IHDA funding and what it was all about. With that, I'll hand it over to Nancy O'Connor.
Good evening. On March 22nd, 2016, the Village of Tinley Park passed an ordinance 2016-0-012, establishing the Office of Independent Inspector General for the Village of Tinley Park and designating the Cook County Sheriff's Office as Inspector General to investigate the Buckeye development. Within the ordinance, the Village of Tinley Park agreed that if a state or federal authority lawsuit were filed against the village, the Inspector General would halt the investigation and turn over all findings to said authority. On April 19, 2016, Buckeye Community Hope Foundation filed a lawsuit claiming discrimination against the Village of Tinley Park. In April of 2016, the Department of Justice filed a lawsuit claiming the Village of Tinley Park violated the Fair Housing Act. In April of 2017, the Village of Tinley Park entered into an agreement to pay Buckeye $2.45 million. On May 2nd, 2017, Mayor Vandenberg's first day in office, he alone authorized suing Ms. Connolly without board approval, which was a clear abuse of power. August 21st, 2018, the Village of Tinley Park settled with the Department of Justice for $50,000. On August 21st, 2018, the Village of Tinley Park settled with Ms. Connolly for $360,000. Attorney fees for the above aforementioned lawsuits are in excess of $3 million. On August 24th, 2018, I filed a FOIA with the Cook County Sheriff's Office requesting the full investigative report concerning the Village of Tinley Park and the Buckeye development. On September 14th, 2018, I received the Cook County Sheriff's investigative report along with all emails and texts in its entirety. What Matt Coughlin has just read was taken directly from the Cook County Sheriff's Office investigative report. The names of Village of Tinley Park staff members, employees, and volunteers have been redacted in order to protect them from retaliation. Between February 2nd, 2016 and February 4th, 2016, then Trustee Vandenberg, Pinito, and Yonker hatched their plan. They witnessed the reaction of the residents at the 2/2/16 meeting. They went on to aid and incite further outrage and anger from the residents concerning the Buckeye development. They blamed Ms. Connolly for hiding, lying, and deceiving the board, when in fact, she did nothing wrong. They threw Ms. Connolly under the bus. Then they put that bus in reverse and ran her over again. All for political gain. For further proof, please go back and view the Plan Commission meeting on February 4th, 2016. Then Trustee Vandenberg, Pinito, and Yonker put the plan into action. By using the angry and outraged residents of Tinley Park, they then put Trustee Vandenberg forward to get him elected mayor in April of 2017. They denied knowing anything about the Buckeye development. They lied when they said they were left out of meetings. They lied when they said that the information was withheld from them. And they are lying to this day, more than 3 years later. In February of 2016, then Trustee Vandenberg, Pinito, and Yonker launched the most expensive municipal campaign in the history of the United States. And they did it all at taxpayer expense. Through their continual lies, we the taxpayers have paid over $6 million so Jacob Vandenberg could become mayor of Tinley Park, and Trustees Pinito and Yonker could cement their trustee seats for years to come. Or so they thought. Little did the three of them know that the Cook County Sheriff's investigative report that they did not even believe existed would be their undoing. Finally, after 3 years, we all now know the truth and exactly who was responsible for all the lawsuits, the attorney fees, and settlements to Buckeye, the Department of Justice, and Miss Connolly. They have cost the taxpayers of Tinley Park more than $6 million. But they have actually cost us so much more than that. Our good name, our reputation, and our pride in our village. Tinley Park is filled with rising and angry voices that will not be silenced. We will no longer allow our village to be governed and manipulated by the perverse whims of greedy political bullies. Thank you.